Hello and welcome to Empire of the Lost. No, this is not. Allies of Justice.
Wow!
You're doing this on purpose.
What?
Now.
No, I'm really not. Week 15. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good.
Doing all right. I'm back.
Doing great.
Favorite person's back. People rejoice. The thing that could have saved someone else if it had happened.
I never left. What are you talking about?
We're down one.
I'm sorry. Did someone talk?
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stay, so you're going to have to deal without me.
You're still alive, you asshole.
It'll be like you're still here.
You do know she's the one who heals you, right?
Yeah.
I know. I'm allowed to do
Well,
this. Okay,
technically,
You really
we've
wanna
got
hate
two
your
people who
face?
heal now.
Okay, because she deserves this. Unfortunate things happen to her. Now it's her fault. She should have never
Out of
cared.
everyone
You.
in the group with
You should have never cared. I told you.
happening,
I warned you.
it's Adze.
I warned her not to care. It's her fault. Terrible things will happen now.
Anyway.
Tight.
So, anything exciting happening with anybody's week? Don't care. Let's get this game started.
I like how you waited until everyone drew a breath and then said it.
Don't care.
Who wants to do the recap?
Typing this entire time. I was not paying attention to you guys other than the conversation with Crystal.
Okay. So, what's happened last time?
Chaos. Survival.
I was only there for the latter half, so someone else has to say it.
I recapped.
Someone else! You three, at the top.
We got into a fight with a mysterious man that
Not so
we
much.
took. He was pretty mysterious. That's from like the Black Hawk, and then later was like Adze. He was controlling Adze. He got Adze to come fight for him. Kronk died. That was sad. Joshua came back to life. We went to Tide. He wasn't happy with us. We killed the mysterious man, and we're gonna take him the road. Thomas is missing. The main Gank brother got killed by his own people as a result, and I think that's it.
So yeah, you missed a bit. Can't you?
I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you watched the video.
I didn't watch the video.
No,
I
it's
said
too
it
busy
enough.
being a koi.
I was being sarcastic. Anyway.
I had no idea. Can't tell with you.
So, as we open back up into the world of Requiem, we find our group of 5, one body in tow, currently making their way back into the town of Elp.
Well, 6.
What's 6?
Because Elian's there, isn't he?
That would be 5.
Oh, yes, right. Forgot.
Yeah, someone died.
Yeah.
Wow, you're worse than Crystal.
So you're making your way back to the town of Elp. Currently, Akko holding on to the corpse of the caster as you're making your way through the sandy beaches, partially getting you into that direction. Adze speaks up to hold you all in your movement.
Hey, I need to figure out something. If you would all be so kind, plus Road kind of scares me. I'm kind of concerned about what he'd do about, so look down my leg. I'm gonna head to the docks. If you guys would just meet me there, that would be splendid.
Do you need someone to come with you?
No, it's fine. If you don't find me at the docks, and I mysteriously disappear, don't look for me. Just carry on with your lives.
Connor takes a swig of alcohol and just nods his head,
Okay. Cool.
looking down at the bottle that Crunk gave to him before he passed.
Hey, does anyone know how to make a good disguise for this as I look down to my leg? I mean, I got this, I take off my poncho, but I'm not entirely sure I'm very good at with my hands to wrap around it.
Well, we can boil it down. Who has the skill disguise?
Yeah, I was going to say I'm essentially asking who has the skill disguise.
Not me.
Anyone? No one? Damn it. Okay.
I might.
You might.
Yeah.
Hey
Hey,
guys,
Naomi, could you try to...
it's Daddy Andrew. Whispering.
I'm not
in your-
very good with things.
I just want to be part of the group. I'm sorry.
I guess I can try. She
Thanks.
approaches you cautiously.
It's okay. Just hand you the poncho and hold out my hands like this. To each side. Spirit what? Oh, that's someone else. Sorry.
Testing.
Okay.
As she moves towards you, still a little apprehensive after the fight, she timidly tends to your leg, covering it with the leaf, making it look more of a fashion statement more than a cloak. Kind of like a anime protagonist. Your leaf just covers one of your leg as if it's supposed to be doing that.
Okay, that actually looks really good. Thank you.
She scurries away from you.
Okay, I'll meet you guys at the docks. Alright, just look for the ships to Tala. If I'm not out within like 10 minutes of you being there, just go back to the gub hole. If I come there, I guess I'll get there. And I start walking off to the docks.
Are we just going to let him leave like that?
Who said that?
Akko.
Okay.
Akko, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay. I was confused for a moment. I was like, which voice is that? Hunter will turn to Akko and he will look at him and he'll say, I don't really care what he does right now. To be honest, I'm still wary of him, but at the same time, I believe that there was influence over his mind and his actions. We shall see further upon greater inspection.
Wouldn't that be even more reason not to leave him by himself?
No, because if he stays with us, I might just kill him. Connor says. And then he takes another swig of alcohol, spits it out.
Why
He
would
just
you
turns and-
kill him?
Connor just looks around and he says, because he killed our Kronk, our leader.
It wasn't his fault.
So you say. Perhaps he should have resisted better. Connor just kicks the dirt. It's not my choice and I can't involve you guys inside of this. That's why I said it might be best if he just leaves for a moment. And give us time to think and recoup.
Doesn't Akko have a point? Like, if he's not being watched, what if he does something?
You mean like before, when he was our friend and he disappeared anyway? There's no point in bothering with him.
Aren't we supposed to help people?
We help those who are worth helping and those who can be helped. And right now, I think we can help a lot of people by identifying this man and at least turning him into the authorities so that they can prepare whatever legal rights they need to.
But we're not going to be able to protect anyone if he did something.
Connor just looks and he says, if you want to go after him, do it.
I don't know if I really, she looks super nervous.
Connor's still looking at her.
Naomi, if you want to, I'll go with you.
Okay, yeah, Crystal and I will go.
Okay. Connor just gives a nod and he says, "Well, come on, Akko. We'll take this body."
Hefting
So
it
split
on
in
his
the party.
shoulder.
Uh,
Well then, how
Connor will
about...
come to help him carry the body. Doesn't need to let him carry it by himself.
Oh, he's fine. This guy's a lightweight anyway.
Connor just nods.
Well, if we're gonna be splitting up and... Who do we talk to without...
Connor looks at Akko. What are you trying to say, Akko?
Someone needs to make a decision about where we need to meet up, and if Adzay's so worried that
Connor
he's
looks
never gonna
over
come
at,
back...
everyone else. He says, "Once you conduct with your business, we'll meet back at the Gup Hole, where we can inform Bear and the rest of our cohort about what happened."
Couple it is then.
Come on, Naomi. Let's go find him.
Naomi will follow Crystal closely.
As they walk away, Akko just kind of says underneath his breath while watching them, "This is a right fucked up situation."
Connor just nods his head, even though he knows he's not talking to him.
Alright! Let's get this stiff down to... Who was it? Deputy Rhodes, you said?
Yes, Deputy Rhodes. Though I do believe he was traveling and should not be back yet. I think he had another 4 days on this journey if he went straight there and back. In which case, we will probably be speaking with Deputy Junior Pike. Don't call him Junior. I only do it because I like to say it, and it's a funny title.
I guess a little bit of comedy goes well right now. Let's get
Connor
moving.
looks and says, "You take what you can have."
The half-orc kind of snorts at that while hefting the body and walks with you towards the deputy's office. You leading, obviously. Since I don't think he's been there yet in this character.
Wasn't he there when we got the manacles?
I can't remember, to be
Yes,
honest.
he was.
Alright, so yeah, you guys lead. Go there. Meanwhile, Adzay. You're walking through the town, going down the docks, keeping a wary eye around you, feeling ever paranoid, because something like this doesn't normally go well, and you living in the Empire know the stigma people have towards mutants, which normally end on the pyres of the witch hunters or the ruin hunters as a result. So you always have a careful eye. Someone looking in your direction, giving you a smile, just sends spikes up your back. Anyone just giving you any type of attention makes you cringe and sink further into yourself, trying to make you seem as unnoticed as possible. Meanwhile, about 20 or so yards behind him, Naomi and Crystal, you just watch him as he somewhat stalks through the crowds more than walks, as he seems to be heading towards the docks and to a familiar iron ship in the distance. You continue to follow, and traversing there, it seems like any other day. No one seems to be taking any extraordinary involvement in your movement through here. Though, Crystal, more eyes seem to be waving, or seeing, or looking in your direction, and hands waved, more out of just a common recognition after the time of you being here. If anything, this seems to be a herald of what Kronk looked to want to do with your company to begin with, being a common eye with the people. Though, much to like you saw coming towards the city, it still seems like daggers in your side, thinking about how happy these people can be with the idea of Kronk passing not more than 4 hours ago. Though you notice as you guys are following, Adze gets stopped. And as the camera moves up to Adze, you kind of grit your teeth and smile as Graviel seems to have stopped you and guard your attention.
Hey, Gravy. How's it going?
Oh, it's going really well. I wanted to tell you that I was able to get some... Where's your cane?
It's, okay, so let's keep this on the down low, okay? I kind of got a new leg, but it's a little iffy.
Oh.
I think I might need to get it.
Oh, as you said, you got a new leg. Her wings kind of droop. It's like, well, I was able to finish this as she holds out a porcelain prosthetic leg that actually has a interesting fixture. It looks like it would fit perfectly under your nub and latch on with... This is pretty high tech, but it's actually a latch instead of just like pinning to your leg.
God.
Okay, well, you see, here's the thing. I might be getting this removed at some point.
She tilts her head. Why would you want to remove your new leg?
We can talk about it later in a more disclosed location. A more private location, as I'm looking around at the crowd around us.
Yo, hey, Adze, man, it's been a while. Saul walks by. He misses you. You haven't talked to him enough lately.
So yeah, as that guy just walks by without you saying anything to him.
Shakes his head at you. That's strange.
Crystal and Naomi, do you make your approach closer to him while speaking to Gravy, or do you halt?
I just hold back. I think
I stick with Crystal.
yeah, I think just staying in the distance would be a good idea for now.
Roll espionage.
So, as you continue your talk, something that you need to keep hidden. Adze, I don't understand.
There's a reason why there's a leaf over my leg right now.
I thought it was a fashion statement.
It's not.
Good for you.
Her brows her brows begin to furrow as she paints concern on her face. Adze, what have you done?
I have not done any. I mean, I have a slight. Actually, no, I don't have any memory of that. I don't really know what happened. I was kidnapped in the past few hours. A man did some weird stuff, had some magic with him, and now I have a new leg. But the leg's problematic, and I need to talk to someone right now, and it's really important, and they might be leaving right now, so if you don't mind, as I start sidestepping, I really need to go.
She doesn't stop you as her wings fold behind her, and she just looks at you with concern, but silent, as she watches you walk away.
Keep that leg handy, I might need it, as I walk off.
She turns and grabs her armor and her mace. Exterminate the abomination. Fire laser.
As she watches continuously, Crystal and Naomi, it looks like Adze is picking up pace again.
We'll
I'm
begin
assuming
to follow, I guess.
Yeah.
Then, with his pace increasing, the two of you begin to track him, following him down the pier until he makes it to the ship. Meanwhile, On the other side of town. Crystal, you have feedback coming through your mic.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
My bad.
Connor and Akko, you find yourselves standing in front of, I think it was just a jailhouse. No one seems to be outside, and the lights seem to be off, which seems in contrast of the nightlife here, though you wonder if it's contrast with the regularity of the jailhouse, since it's ran by Imperial Lights and not the natives here.
Connor will look over to Akko and he'll say, I'm not too familiar with Imperial culture, but do not they rest at night like others? I know that it's a bit strange over here in these lands, but
I'm pretty sure they do.
Is it possible that he's off duty at the moment? In which case, this body we have that we've dragged here, well, you, my friend, do we leave it here? No, I don't think we do that.
I don't think leaving a corpse in front of a door is proper culture for any culture I know of, at least.
Connor will go towards the door and attempt to open it.
It opens.
Okay, well, he'll step inside. Well, come in at least, Akko. And he'll look around. I have dark vision, but is there like a way I can fix light into the room a little bit?
Well, with just opening the door, the like bright lights of the street and everything in here kind of shines visibility in here. And you see at one of the tables a pale-skinned individual with black, buggy eyes just turn his head, looking to be wearing the same garb as the people here. As he just sits up in the desk and he's like, oh, well, good evening. How can I be of service to you,
Connor will
fellows?
kind of halt a little bit in his steps, just kind of like being taken aback, and he will say, who are you? You're not Deputy Pike or his Commander Rhodes. You're another employee here.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. He stands up and wipes his hands on his pants and walks towards you and extends the hand.
I would like to roll sense motive, please, to see if he has good intentions.
Sure. Being your first encounter, you don't know many of his tells, though you don't sense anything malicious from him.
Connor will shake his head. Connor, a Snowwalker of the village of the Snowwalkers. And you are?
The name's Cap Silverstring.
Cap Silverstring. Right. Well, if you're the on-duty officer here, we have a body for you.
A body? I wouldn't want a body. Why would you think that I would want a body?
Connor looks at him. You are the on-duty officer here, are you not?
Yes, I'm the on-duty officer. He then looks at you. It's like, wait. Oh.
I would like. Is he lying to me?
Oh, you have someone's died. Oh, that's terrible. Was it a bad person? You can't tell. You don't sense anything malicious. It's.
Connor will look over at Akko with is this guy real? Kind of look towards him like, what is going on here?
Sorry. He moves and heads to a sconce and takes something out of his pocket, and you hear the sound of wood, or not wood actually, it's flint, scraping against each other until sparks happen and light fills the room. And the first thing you see immediately is the 4 or 6-pronged fleshy bits folded towards his flesh that seems to be resting and hiding the 6 spider-like legs that seem to be at rest on his back.
Mm-hmm.
As he turns back around. Sorry, I prefer it dark when I'm on shift.
Connor just nods at him and he says, "Very well, but Akko, would you be so kind?" And it was like gesture towards the table with the body. Would you set him down, please?
As Akko moves in, he doesn't take any kindness for the corpse as he just drops it on the table with a loud thud.
And Connor will approach and he'll kind of grab him by like the hair to lift his head up a bit so he can see it. And I'll say, if I'm not mistaken, based off the descriptions I'm aware of, this may be one of the captains of the Black Hawk mercenary group. I don't know his name, which is we've come here for you to identify him inside your book.
He moves towards the front and leans down, looking up towards the face. I mean, he's not ugly, though I'll have to search the books. I don't recall anybody of this description, as he leans in and opens the eyes. It's like, oh, no, definitely not him. Well, you said this is the Black Hawk mercenary group?
That's the name of it out of character, right? Am I just forgetting something? Wasn't that what it was called? The Black Hawk mercenary group?
There's been no Black Hawk mercenary group being spoke of.
Oh,
We've mentioned Black Hawk as characters and as players. We were kind of iffy on, at least beforehand, on exactly whether it was a group or just one person. That's essentially what we would have informed you of. And I believe that's what we actually said.
Quickly, because we were told back when Joshua was still alive, Skull Crusher and all that stuff, that they were holding his body for the mercenary group that were gonna buy the girl Jenna. Do you guys remember that?
Holding the girl for
the Black Hawk Company, not mercenary group. I don't know why I got mercenary from, but yeah, the Black Hawk Company.
Black Hawk Company. Oh my. Well, he scratches his chin. That's a problem. Where did he die at? How did he die? Oh, this is going to cause so many legal issues.
Connor looks at him and says, "I don't care about the legal issues. He attacked us. He deserved everything that he got."
What? Black Hawk Company is a bunch of bureaucrats. They own land. He attacked you?
Looks at him. Yes.
And he also said that he helped out the King brothers. Probably want to tell him that.
Shut up, you're not here.
I don't know why you're talking.
He then, sits in his chair. Yeah, I think that's a roads grade issue. Are you staying in town long?
It says we have a residence outside of the town walls. Oh, not walls, but vicinity. We're not far by. Rhodes knows us as well as your deputy Pike. Speaking of, have you heard from him?
Oh yes, he was off duty 3 hours ago
with his wife. Forgot. I'm sorry. Anyway, yes, you just tell them that Connor was by, and Deputy Rhodes, not Rhodes, but Pike will know where to find us. In the meantime, this may sound strange, but I suggest that you cuff this man and leave him inside of a cell. There was a moment in our battle against him where he seemed to stand and rise beyond death. I don't know if this is some form of dark, evil magic that he has, or whether he's cursed, or simply hard to kill.
If what you say is true, and...
speaking of, we have led a parade of men who are enslaved by the Gank brothers. They are just outside. Yeah, what happened to those guys?
They didn't come with you guys. You guys left them.
Why did you guys just leave him?
Because they didn't seem interested at the time.
Could Connor have taken them? I wasn't there. I didn't have the authority to do so at the moment because
You don't have the strength to do so.
I wasn't trying to forcefully take them.
They weren't bad, like they were.
Yeah, you know that a lot of how the Gank Brothers got their recruitment was they're like, hey, we're gonna kill you if you don't join us. Join us. And they're
Right,
like,
and
okay,
so
I don't want to die.
They were free at that point. They were just like getting their
It's
stuff
called a press
together.
game.
Yeah, they were. You would have had the knowledge of knowing that they're just gonna return back to their normal lives or what was left of them.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna tell the man that. So, but those men who have been presumed missing or killed by the Gank Brothers, there may be some returning to the town soon, as well as other regions. I don't know exactly where they all come from. But there was a compound, and I'll tell him the direction to the place we came from.
You hit the. Oh. Pike was actually getting ready to get a couple of guys ready to go over there ourselves. You guys?
Connor says, I know, it was Pike who gave us the information.
He's gonna be. You might actually want to go tell him that yourselves.
Oh, Connor says, I'd hate to interrupt date night with the missus.
This may be important.
Connor says, nothing's more important than Kama Sutra with your wife.
That being said, I'll take care of the cutie here, he says with a kind of a morbid humor. You can leave him with me if that's what your plan was, yes?
Yes. In any other case, when you do see Pike, you tell him to find us, or at least send word for us to come join him when
Sure
he comes
thing.
back on duty.
As he says that, he leans in and moves to the corpse's neck, and just the sound of teeth sinking into flesh makes a small, audible thudding noise.
Paralytic poison, venom, I assume. Connor says, looking squeamish when he does this.
He leans back and wipes his lips. Something like that.
God, you're gonna make me throw up. I'm good. Anyway, when you see Pike, just send word for us. And while he's out, it might do you some good to look into the connections between the Black Hawk Company and the Gank Brothers. It seems that if at least some members of their group are allied with the Gank Brothers in this territory, who knows how deep the connections run.
That would be something, especially since they run probably the biggest amount of trade from here to the Empire. I hope that's not the case. But thanks for the information. Now
It's corruption.
dig into it.
This man, and then something to investigate.
It's
We'll be off soon. So goodbye, sir. And one more time, your name. How do I spell that? Connor says, taking out his notepad.
It's Cap Silverstring.
Okay. Cap Silverstring. It's a pleasure to see you, Cap Silverstring. Until next time.
He just takes 2 fingers to his forehead and kind of just does the salute off on you guys as you leave.
This like this? What is he doing? Special beam cannon?
Ignore Adze.
What is Azay doing? What is he talking about? Is he
Exactly the
chatting
thing I said he was doing. But on the other side of town, as you guys are, well, as Connor and Akko begin to leave, Adze, you find yourself in front of the ship at this point, standing right before the gangplank, though obviously it's not down.
Hey, is anyone up there? I need to talk to the captain, Captain Ada. Dadze and Gal.
One of the shipmates peek their head over the side of the boat. Captain's currently sleeping. What can I do for you?
I need to talk to her. Tell her that I have an answer for her. She'll know what I mean.
Oh, well. He moves away from the visible sight as you hear the sound of a pipe whistle going off. Meanwhile, as you are standing there, you feel a hand press up against your shoulder.
I look behind me, or wherever their hand's coming from.
As you see a darkened-skinned individual standing... Actually, I think he might be taller than you. Don't know yet.
I have a height in there.
5'6". I'm 5'6".
Oh yeah, I'm way taller than you.
As you look at the arm and then follow it as it goes up into... Why don't you go ahead and describe yourself?
As you will see, a dark-toned male. And I don't know the name of his hairstyle.
Dreads?
Dreads.
Thank you. I don't own hair.
Okay, go on.
With dreads. He's got several streaming tattoos, nothing too much of a descriptor. But you'll notice upon his left side there's a rather bunch of scars where all the tattoos seem to be coming from. And he's wearing a fur loincloth. Yeah.
You know, like a real model wall instead of whatever
Yeah.
Adze is.
Yeah. A real model wallet.
You lower level model wall.
Hello?
The new caste system is invoked.
What's... I mean, do I know you? You, have a hand on my shoulder.
Been trying to find you. You with small group. Been making a lot of noise in this place.
Yeah, as, Kronk Ads and Company, yeah, we're something of a new, mercenary group, although we're mainly trying to help out the town instead of, adding more troubles. Your name is?
Sorry. Don't talk much. I am Yashi Mahi.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying, give it a break.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
so
You're
bad,
doing
but I
great,
love
man,
it.
don't worry.
You're doing like a more barbaric version of it, but I love it. It's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Better than
So-
just talking like this. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to join, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
Looking for a few people here. But only one man.
Right. Yeah, okay, I guess I can talk to the others about this, but, yeah, I think you might do well. What exactly do you do?
I am one with force. And blessed by the gods. I will aid you in any way I can.
Okay, well, that sounds useful. We do deal with a lot of wilderness, so, cool. Welcome to the team, Yashi?
Yaji.
Yaji. Cool.
With a big grinning smile. He'll say thanks. And say as he gives you his hand.
Yes, Adze and Gal, nice to meet you. He shakes it.
It's been a while since I met brother.
Oh, yeah, it's, hasn't been that long for me, but, doesn't mean it's any less enjoyable.
Why you talk so funny? I love it. So glad. I'm so glad this is happening.
So, where do you come from?
Yeah, we never really discussed specifically where.
It should totally be the
Right.
same tribe that Joshua came from.
Right? Okay.
Pride
Should totally be that.
You could just say Pride Lands. It's general, but it's probably something he would say.
You come from Pridelands, deep within the forest.
That makes sense. Yeah. So, what's your weapon of choice?
It is my bow and my companion.
Companion? Look around.
He
As
is
you
ever
look-
watchful.
As you look around, you see nothing.
Huh. You have a. Is he somewhere else, like in the shops or something, getting supplies, or?
He is always around. As he just looks up in the sky and raises his hands.
I look up. Do I see anything?
Nope.
Right.
Meanwhile, what's the DC on that again, Anthony?
Ooh, way higher now. 10.
Okay, yeah. You don't see anything.
Yeah.
Though he seems to hold his hand out and begins caressing the air as if petting the mane of some type of beast, though nothing's there.
Hey, do you see things that other people can't?
I see the world as is, not for what it lies.
Right. So you haven't had anything like little things just bother you all day? Float around and just real nuisance?
Yes, flies are a natural occurrence in the Pridelands.
No. Maybe it is you who see things.
Yeah, maybe.
It's around this time. Noise seems to come from the ship as the gangplank starts to hang from the side until it eventually hits the wooden dock. And then, from the ship, you watch as one second. I lost his name.
Wallace?
Thank you.
Yashi.
I remember.
As Wallace makes his way down the gangplank, kind of looking with apprehension at first, and obvious tiredness in his complexion, though. Being a military-trained sea veteran, he does a pretty decent job hiding it away. Master Ingel, we weren't prepared to get an answer for you for...
Fortnite, yeah, but certain things have been bumped up in the past few hours. Lots of stuff has happened. Can I speak with a tear for like just 1 second? I know that she might be sleeping and busy, but I really think this is a conversation meant for her.
Last I talked, I don't remember you having a leg.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to talk to her about.
Especially one that doesn't look... I suppose this is something...
Leaf steals.
No, it was covered with the disguise check that has a certain DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, maybe this may need to be private.
Yes. Please.
Your friend.
Yes. Look, I look back behind us. Do I see them now? Naomi and Crystal?
Make a spot.
Okay. Oh, I think Andrew had to dropped.
Crystal doesn't seem to be hiding. Naomi, you notice
Hiding
peeking.
behind Crystal.
Oh. Why did they? Hey, Yaji, them over there, as I point over to Crystal and Naomi, they're part of my group. Hang out with them for a little bit. Talk to them. Tell them that you're there to join, that you talked to me beforehand.
It's around this time you hear coming from up the gangplank as well. It's not very forthcoming of you to wake me in my slumber, especially before we are properly... words.
I don't know.
Acquainted.
That works.
Yeah.
Properly acquainted. As
Yeah, well... Go on.
everyone sees a woman that... in the tier of how people look to their age, she doesn't look like she could be anything more than probably 15 or 16. Though the way she holds herself shows someone with experience, at least grinded in experience. Her hair seems to be tied up in a tight bun, and the evidence of her Karn's blood is shown through the white strips that seem to stream through it as she makes her way down the gangplank, looking to be wearing a captain's coat.
Captain Ada, as I do the whole salute thing, I need to talk to you privately.
I suppose a conversation's needed to explain how a man can grow a leg within a day.
A few hours, yeah. We should probably talk about that.
Then talk. I'm listening.
Right here, like on the dock. We could just, go to the captain's quarters where it's nice and closed, where no one else can listen.
Yes, I prefer it here, she says as she puts her hands on her hip that casually reveals her coat where her firearm is rested.
Right, okay. So, I just...
Obviously,
my hands
it
on my back.
seems like the leaf hasn't done much to hide from her sight either.
Right, okay, so... A lot has happened in the last few hours. I was kidnapped, forced against my will to fight my friends, and now I have a new leg. But as you can probably guess, it's not the best. I have an answer for you. You haven't given me much choice. Yes, I will do so. But what I need from you, if we're going to go ahead with this whole thing, is I need some help with, as I point to my leg, this. And if my suspicions are correct in what caused it, I might need some special help. And I'm asking if you can work upon those rumors that you were so vague about and possibly contact Christina for me.
A almost permanent frown seems to be plastered over her face while she watches you flail in your explanation. And standing there, whatever your name is, it seems to show that there's heavy tension going on the scene as seconds turn to minutes before the captain speaks again. You're lucky that I'm more open-minded than other captains of my nature. Well, I suppose this works in your favor. And still in mine. If anything, this just leaves more of a... I wouldn't say debt, but a favor. At the very least.
Yes. Favors. That's gonna work out great. Yeah, that seems like a good way to put it. Yes.
No harm in that. Besides, if you had to give anybody a favor, at least it's to your future wife.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, glad this worked out great. I was kind of concerned about, whether I would have to just, go down on my knees and...
Oh, when my man told me about your little attachment mutation there, I was contemplating if I needed to execute you on the spot, though.
Oh,
You showed... if anything,
Everyone's going crazy.
an attractive amount of courage coming to me, even though you had such a blemish.
Yeah, well, I figured you could probably find me if I just ran into the woods.
It would take little effort at all.
Well, also I like the Karn's life. Not really all about that Modawallan, living in the woods stuff.
Lower level Modawallan, how dare you talk about our superiors?
As for your condition, it might take time, but my family has deep pockets, and I have even deeper connections. When I return, I'll see if I can bring back someone that can assist you.
Is it possible to get Christina?
Christina? Who knows? As I told you the first time, she says as she walks confidently towards you, you still being half a head taller than her as she just moves looking directly up into your face. I'm one to work on facts.
Right. Well, thank you for your help, nonetheless.
Her eyes looks up into yours. Try not to die on me before I get to enjoy you.
Right. Yeah. I'll be sure to keep myself alive. Well, this has been something.
She raises a hand and just, caresses your cheek. I do look forward to you also getting me a proper marriage proposal gift. I may have given you the offer, but I still wish to be courted.
Right, yep. Yeah, I'll be sure to get on that with my no-access money. Alright, talk to you later. Captain, Ada.
She smirks, as she turns and heads back up the gangplank. Her uncle just giving you a hard stare. And if stares could kill, you would have been in the sea by now, as he watches you, eyes shooting down towards your leg and then back at you.
Nice to meet you, Wallace.
Unlike the first visit, he just remains silent, and after the captain goes up, follows in tow. The only thing that you hear from him is a whistle as the gangplank ascends back up to the ship.
Please tell me, Naomi, and I heard that.
Oh, you are way far away.
Depends on how far you guys were.
We didn't think we were that far, but
Yeah, I didn't think we were that far either.
Well,
We
he's
weren't
also,
trying, guys.
but he's also on the dock, and one of you was hiding, weren't you?
I was hiding
She was
behind
just hiding
Crystal.
behind me.
Well, if anything, you were hearing her side.
Okay.
Adze was whispering,
then I
or
heard-
Adze
Yeah.
was.
The more secretive one. She was very flaunty about it. As I look over
We
to
have the whole
Yaji.
marriage.
So, by the way, about that comment, I was just, talking with Carnes. They're kind of, like that. It's not a jab against our heritage. It's just, it's just not for me,
Perhaps you will follow the true God in end, but for now, have fun.
Right. Okay. True God. Right. Sure.
And with that, we're gonna take a break.
Oh, Jesus.
And with that,
nothing.
that's where I have to leave.
Ash,
Aw.
I would like
Bye,
to talk
Crystal.
to you in a private setting for a moment sometime soon.
So, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna go ahead and head out, as we're gonna take a 10 to 15 minute break. So, thank you
You're
guys for
losing to
watching.
Crystal, though, so bye, guys.
Bye, Kelsey.
Thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys within that period of time. Peace.
I got to go. I'll see you guys later. I just want Crystal to be kind of like rude and suspicious to the new guy, just so you know. Talk to y'all
Rude
later.
and suspicious to the Malawalan, half Malawalan colored person.
Well, no, just because she's suspicious to any new characters.
I get
Anyway,
it.
especially now.
Yes,
So-
of course, of course.
Have fun, and I look forward to seeing how you play Crystal Ash. Bye.
I'm so glad that